So, yo, first thing up, I don't know if you saw the trailer. I thought I sent it to you, but I guess I didn't. Your guy Suge Knight, he's getting a documentary directed by Antoine Fouquet. I think that's how you pronounce the name. The guy who did Training Day. You know, he also did The Magnificent Seven with Denzel Washington. He directed this documentary that's coming out. It's going to be on Showtime. And if you think about it, we've never really seen a doc solely on Suge. It's always been about Death Row. But to see one on Suge, it's like, it's kind of amazing.
See Marion playing football.
Well, yeah, and what's so crazy is in the trailer, there's a part when I guess somebody's saying, hey, man, he's riding in the car, and the person asks Suge, they're like, you know, they said that you got Biggie shot. And there's like a good 35 seconds of Suge just driving. Like, you can tell he heard the question. He just driving, like. And dude, it's the creepiest thing ever, and you're like, yo, it's like, it's everything you've always known Suge to be in that moment.
Yeah, he loves it.
I'm actually excited for it because, you know, Suge right now is in jail.
Yeah.
You know, doing some time. But I'm actually excited to, you know, watch the doc because, again, we've always seen documentaries on just Death Row and how Death Row came to be at best. But as far as Suge background, there's not a lot of details, you know, that go into, like you said, he played football for UNLV. How did he become a football player, bodyguard, to like running an empire that was holding it down in the 90s?
He was Bobby Brown's bodyguard in the 80s. And I think he played San Francisco 49ers. I think he played for the 49ers.
Really? I didn't know that. I thought he got injured in college. But again, that's what the doc is going to be about, right?
That's where he got his money. He got his money from football.
Well, I don't know.
Well, maybe.
No, because there was one Death Row documentary I saw where he got his money from somebody else.
I mean, yeah, he got the money from him too. He got some money from him too.
Yeah.
He got some money from him too.
You know, I mean, but listen, Suge, I don't think this generation would never know the fear that Suge had on the industry at one point. Like, you know, people were shook when he walked through the room in them all red suits, big old cigars, you know, Pyru blood. This guy's like 6'6".
Yeah, he was an American gangster.
300 plus pounds, right, you know. And you hear about, my favorite tale is the one about Vanilla Ice and holding him over the balcony. Like in, you know, the whole 5 Heartbeats thing. You know, my office hours are from 9 to 5. Like, you know, I mean, there was all these, you know, we didn't really have social media. So
Suge would give anything to go back to 95.
Yeah, he would. And I think that's the problem. I think he never really let go. But is that a testament to, like, even a homie that you know on the block? We all kind of know. I think the reason why we were so addicted to Suge's, like, moves and watching his every action is because we all got that homie, especially of us that come from inner cities, who didn't want to let the 90s go. Who did, you know, when we was coming up, there was always those 70s dudes that didn't want to let the 70s go. They still just let the 70s even in the 90s.
That was their heyday.
Right. And so we all got those big homies who don't want to let that era go. Like, I know a guy, he's from NY. He's always talking about the 80s and the 90s, and I be looking at him like, bro, you got gray. Like, you don't think you want to let that ride out, homie? Like, you know, he like, you know, if this was back in the, you know, day, it wouldn't. But it's not.
It's not. It's never coming back.
Yeah, you know?
Never, ever, 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 ever.
And I think the story of Suge is kind of a testament of, like, when you don't let go. You know what I mean? And you want to hold on to, because eventually, you know, for me, it all went down, and this is for me when Suge got knocked out. Right. like when to see Suge Knight on the ground, like I was like, and that was also when things started going viral. TMZ was everywhere, you know, and there was no more. To me, the myth was broken. I was like
when Rocky cut Ivan Drago. He's not a machine.
Yeah,
he's a man.
He's a man.
He's cut.
I'm seeing 3 of them. Hit the one in the middle. You know what I mean? And I think Suge got knocked out because, you know, it's kind of like when you fighting a bully, a lot of times you're so scared of the bully, you go crazy. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure the dude who knocked Suge out was probably shook, like, and just went ham. And to see Suge get helped up off the floor, I was like, wait, Suge got helped up off the floor? What's going on? You know, so all that to say, man, you know, this documentary, I think if you're a young one and you're all about the culture, because we always like to talk about the culture, but I don't really hear a lot of younger cats really want to know the background and the history of it. I think this would be a good doc, you know what I mean, for you to check out. So, you know, we can't wait to see. I know I'm going to watch. I'm going to be tweeting about it live, that's for sure. So
see what Mr. Fuqua got for us.
Yeah, Fuqua, that's how you pronounce the name. My apologies, good sir. I love Training Day to this day. I should always remember your name.